has added over 7,000 species to their showroom, and that means more selection for you. Why not for your furniture? You can buy anything on the showroom floor and take it home today. So hop in the car and take a drive to Fairbury Furniture. Their customers love their selection, pricing, and their take it home today special power. That's why so many Bloomington Normal residents have made Fairbury Furniture their favorite furniture store. Just 26 minutes away in downtown Fairbury.
From the Johns in Lexington studio, don't be fooled by corporate preferred lists. Tell your insurance company you chose Johns in Lexington, preferred by their customers, not insurance companies. Cities 92.9. All views and opinions expressed in this program do not reflect those of Cities 92.9, Great Plains Media, its affiliates, or its employees. I can't cancel him or Cities 92.9. It's Cancel This with Ty Smith.
What's going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. Again, that number is 309-451-9299, where you can also text the show. If you would like to see me live in the studio, make sure you go onto YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man, where you can see me live in the studio. I can interact with you, and you interact with me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are all doing well today. Hope you guys are all having a good start of 2023. I know that I am. I have good days. I have good months. I have good weeks. The things that happen in the day may not be good, but the day to me is always good. All right, folks. So, yeah, I'm going to start this thing off. As you guys know, I always go into it bringing the fire. So you just got done hearing Kev talk about some things regarding McCarthy and the House and all that jazz. And I have to tell you, he did an awesome job. Took everything that I was going to say. So what I'm going to have to do is just completely scratch that off my notebook right there, because there's nothing more I can add to that. He had the cake. He had the icing. He had the ice cream on the side. He had the cherries. He had the whipped cream. He had everything. There is nothing more I can do, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to Kev for that, folks. Listen to him more often. Comes on right before I do. So what I'm going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm pretty sure you guys all, well, not all of you, have heard and possibly seen in the news. Have you guys heard about that MLK statue that they unveiled? If you have not, I would ask you that are viewing here on YouTube, and I would ask you that are listening to me right now on Cities 92.9, if you are at home, go onto the internet and type in MLK Embrace Statue. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the name of this statue. It's called Embrace. You look this statue up and you tell me, what does this statue have anything to do with Martin Luther King? It is absolutely 100% disgraceful. I'm sorry. I know that people want to get real different and say these things like, oh, hey, Ty, but you know, the artists, the ones that put these things together, they have abstract mind. Well, this definitely is something abstract. It's so abstract, ladies and gentlemen. It's so abstract. It looks like something that I get rid of every day in the toilet. Yeah, you heard me. I'm just completely being honest. It makes me upset. To those that are on the internet right now viewing, you guys can all take a look at it because I'm showing it right now. You're telling me you can look at this picture right here and say, oh my God, the artistry in that. Oh, just the look of it. I mean, it's even brown. It looks like a modern poop emoji with fingers. And I'm sorry that I'm being like this. I just want to know. I'm saying this because I'm so mad about how this thing looks. It looks like a turd with fingers hugging another turd. Yes, you heard me. I hope that you guys are listening to me right now. Oh my God, Ty, that's such a the way you're describing that. Yes, because I want you to go on there and check this monstrosity out. It's absolutely disgraceful. It's absolutely disgusting looking to me. I will not look at this statue and think to myself, oh my God, MLK. Oh, look what it's doing. Oh my God. It's such an insult. If I was part of Martin Luther King's family, I would be very insulted by this. George Floyd's statue makes this statue looks like exactly what I just described to you. Crap. They built this man a statue with his leg crossed, with his hands across the bench, like he was some hero for the people. Martin Luther King did things that was actually enhancing for black people and all people at that. But what did George Floyd do? George Floyd's statue, whoever they got, and I'm just being honest, whoever they got to make George Floyd's statue, they should have inquired that artist right there to go and do a statue for Martin Luther King. Ladies and gentlemen, what for? What did they feel like they needed to make this MLK monument made at the Walla Walla Foundry in Boston? What did they feel the need to make this particular piece for? Usually when you look at things like statues and stuff like that, it resonates with you. It gives you some type of symbolism. This right here, y'all, I'm telling you, City 92.9 listeners on the radio, I'm telling you. Some of you, oh, Ty, well, it's not that bad. For somebody as significant as Martin Luther King, to me, yes, it is. He revolutionized things for all people across America, not just black. He got people to look at themselves in a different way. He got people that actually had a mindset of how they thought and how they were taught to think about black people. He got those people to change. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, I call this statue, this monument, this piece, I call it defecation with hands. Just telling you. Who will you think of when you see this piece, ladies and gentlemen? We have things way back in history going back to Egypt called hieroglyphics. Y'all heard of those. You're able to go back in history and look at these hieroglyphics and say, oh, Cleopatra. Oh, this prince. Oh, this princess. Oh, that's this. That's that. Based off of those drawings. We're able to look at our forefathers. You know, the ones that they tore down, having no idea that most of the people that they claim were racist of these statues that they tore down, they didn't even tear. These people weren't even racist. Point being, we know what George Washington looked like. Why? Because there were statues. We know what Frederick Douglass looked like. Why? Because there were statues. We all know what Martin Luther King looked like, right? But I guarantee you, if you go look at this disgusting monstrosity, you wouldn't think of Martin Luther King when you see that. You would just look at that like, wow, I guess they might have put, I'm just being honest, this might have been created by some 7th graders or something like that. It's disgusting. It's appalling to me. For someone to do such significant things for the community, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to keep on hearing me repeat it. I do not care because I wanted to stick in your mind. It's disgraceful. It is disgraceful. I think that Martin Luther King deserves better than that. I think that if we're going to go there, black people as a whole, you look at that, and I would say that to me, we should look at that and feel like it's actually kind of disrespectful. We like an image of our heroes. They say that the statue is supposed to be something about embracing. If you go and check the internet, you will see various pictures of Martin Luther King embracing his wife. You're telling me that no one thought to themselves, perhaps I can get a picture of Martin Luther King embracing his wife, and we can make that a monument right there. But no, this is what we get. So already I had a lot of people that were emailing me and they were texting me, telling me that they think that I was taking this too far. And what I said to them was this: we've had statues in America for a long time of our forefathers. When you walk by those statues, if you have a young child with you or something like that, they'll look at that and say, who is that? When they go past this, they're going to say, what is that? Did the hand from the Addams family have children? I'm serious. I'm going to keep on ragging down on this because it's disgusting. I hope that there's something that we can do to actually get it removed, because we can do a whole lot better than that. This thing looks like something that came out of like playing like Resident Evil games. We need an image. Could it not have been something that displayed him standing tall, standing proud? Especially during this time, because y'all know what we're getting ready to roll up on coming next month. That statue is going to be part of Black history. The most horrendous piece of Black history presented to Black folks for Black History Month. It's disgusting. So what I'm saying therefore is this: when you walk past that statue, you're going to say, "What is that?" Is what you're going to say. So yeah, I think that begs to actually sit there and have us question these things like this. Asking the question of who is that versus what is that gives you two different types of thought processes, doesn't it? It gives you two different types of thought processes. Like right now, there's all kind of people right now on the internet that's tuning in right now saying, "What is that? What in the world is that? Ty, what is that?" It's disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to take a break here, folks, to hit on some more subjects here. I'm Ty Smith. You're listening to Cities 92.9 and News and Talk of Bloomington Normal. People that are listening right now, can you guys hear me pretty well? No, I'm not going to say how I feel. We can't do that. Now, if I do have you guys come on the cam up, I'm doing one person at a time. Y'all know what I mean? I will do one person at a time. So although y'all might be in the green room, in order to allow certain people to speak, I'm only going to like let one person up at a time. Like it would be no different than a phone call. We try some things, which is really cool. But what we got to do, we got to, last time we did this, which is fine when we do it live, but we had all kinds of different conversations that were going on, not to say it's nothing wrong, but, people, let's just be honest, people talking over people, the interruption. So I didn't realize this, but the listening audience on the radio, that's listen to the radio, they have no idea who is talking. So that makes a lot of sense. So it'd be a deal where, if someone does want to say something, I'll say, Patty, what do you want to add to this? Or I'll say, Tom, what do you want to add to this? Mr. Such and Such, what would you like to add to this? Versus all of us kind of talking like in conversation. So I completely understand that, though. So again, also, we are live on the radio. So if you do happen to come onto this panel, absolutely 100% no cursing at all. You can't cuss. We get fined for that. And unless y'all going to be dropping some big major cash app to pay for that, don't come on here and cuss. And also to the ones that are in here right now as well, do not use all caps while you're in here. If you use all capital letters, YouTube will start to flag it, okay? And I need to change this microphone up because this microphone is not what I have coming out. It should be the Yeti. Switch it up, switch it up. Okay, this should sound a little better. What's going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. And if you would like to text the show, the phone number is the same, 309-451-9299. If you would like to see me live in the studio, go onto YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man. You will see me live in the studio. What you do, once you do get on YouTube, type that Modern Renaissance Man in there, you will see a thumbnail of me being live in the studio. Click on that thumbnail, and once you click on that thumbnail, you will see me live in the studio. You can interact with me. I can see you over there on the chat. I can read your chats, and I can respond to your chats as well. And what we usually do a lot of times, we can have it to where you guys can actually jump on and come and speak your part on these subjects that we're talking about. So I just got done talking about this monstrosity of a statue that they put out there for in honor of Martin Luther King, and this statue is supposed to be called Embrace. And I let you guys know what I feel about the statue. Feel free, if you're out there listening, to call in at 309-451-9299 if you would like to let the listening audience of Bloomington Normal hear your part on that and what you think of it. You might agree, you might disagree with me on this. You might disagree. To you that are listening on the internet, there is a link that you guys can click on if you would like to call in and let your voice be heard as well. And again, no getting on the radio and cursing, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So while I am putting those links out there, I just want to move on to my next subject, okay? And it's this. You guys heard about the HBCU college. The HBCU college, a professor, oh my gosh, I know, a professor who's trying to raise some law-abiding citizens to, once they graduate, to get out there in the business world and look a particular way. He is catching a lot of hate right now because in his syllabus, he stated he wanted the students to come dressed a particular way. So it's known as, what they're saying across the internet streets, they call it a clothing ban. So this professor has in his syllabus no do-rags, no hoodies, no booty shorts, and no, I don't know if I can say this on the radio, but no, it rhymes with Uchi cutters, but there's a C in front of the word Uchi. He said no cutters, and he said no twerking shorts. And here is the thing that just really ticked me off about this. Number one, people got upset. They got upset because this professor do not want these people who's supposed to be a part of a particular class where you're supposed to have like business attire where it's going to prepare you to go out there in the business world. He's saying he don't want you wearing that because this is not going to be the representation of what you're going to look like when you go out there in the workforce. So you might as well start dressing this particular way. And the second thing that ticked me off about this is the words that they used to say what this man was doing. They're saying that this man is being anti-black. Some of y'all not catching on to that, are y'all? Some people are saying, Ty, what are you talking about? What do you mean we're not catching on? Listen to what I just said. Not wearing do-rags, not wearing hoodies, to college now, not wearing Daisy Duke shorts that shows your butt cheeks, I guess. Not wearing booty shorts, twerking shorts, bonnets on their head. They associated that and said because you cannot wear that, that's being anti-black. Do y'all see what I'm saying? And then you turn around and you wonder. You turn around and wonder. And I know it's going to make a lot of people ticked off. You wonder why, in order to get black people to get involved in anything regarding like voting or getting out there and doing anything with the community, that's why they put this stuff out there in the faces of us. But I'm the Uncle Tom, but I'm the sellout. There was a video that was so appalling to black people, I ran it down real bad. It was called No Voting, No Vucking, V-U-C-K-I-N-G. Yeah, a V. And in this video, all they showed was exactly what I just described to you guys right there. Booty shaking, twerking, the whole nine. And I said this should be a smack to black people's faces that in order for us to get to do anything as far as getting into the political world or the political realm, in order to actually get black people to get out there and vote, show black people twerking, show them booty, show them pole dancing, show them gangster stuff, show them rap, show them iced out jewelry and all that, because that's what black people like. Now, others like myself who spoke out against this, how disgusting this was as far as trying to get black people to get out there and do anything in the political world, we thought it was disgusting that the best that they can do to try to get us out and get the word out, President Biden picked somebody like Cardi B. That's the best we can do? So what you should be insulted by is the fact that in order for these particular type of politicians to want to get the attention of the black community, they go after specific types of celebrities
to appeal to us. Cardi B. Cardi B, the stripper? Well, she's not a stripper no more. She's still a stripper. The only difference is she rap while she's stripping. What are you talking about? There is no, she's still a stripper. No, she's an entertainer. Yes, a stripper. Strippers entertain. She's a stripper that raps. And guess who else? And then who else goes to get in her face? Hillary Clinton and her daughter Chelsea. Y'all listen to what I'm telling y'all. These people that have been in the White House, supposed to be of a particular type of the community, they're supposed to be the hearts of the elite. And what we're going to do, we're going to go down there to the Negroes. How do we appeal to the Negroes? Let's give them some booty shaking. Let's give them the Cardi B stripper rapper girl. Yeah, that's how we can get the Negroes to get out there and vote. Let's get them. The Negroes like that. How dare this black college professor tell the black Negroes that they're not to wear gangster-looking clothing to class? Do-rags, let them wear the do-rags. It's what the Negroes want. Let them wear the booty shorts. It's what the Negroes want. Let them wear the twerking shorts. It's what the Negroes want. Give it to them. Let them wear the, what they call it, the iced out jewelry. Give them what they want. In fact, whenever we want voting to be really pushed amongst the black community, increase their food stamps a little bit. But on top of that, give them a song, a rap song. They love rap music. Long as it's talking about booty and killing and stealing and robbery, sell it to the black Negroes because they love it. Oh man, Ty, you're patriot. You're darn right I am. Because I'm letting you know that's exactly how they're looking at us. Joe Biden, the best he can do is go get Cardi B. And she doesn't even know what she's talking about. I'm just scared, Joe Biden, that I think my taxes is gonna be high. Like, are you gonna I just want my daughter to go to school and stuff where I have to worry about. You a multi-million, shut up. You're not worried about no taxes. So Joe Biden ain't gonna get nobody like Thomas Sowell, whose mind is sharp as a razor. Oh, he don't get nobody like Larry Elder. He didn't get nobody like Jason Wiley. No, you won't go and get no intelligent, articulate, speaking black people that can represent the black community very well. Oh no, don't go get them. Go get the ones who you feel will appeal to the type of black people you're trying to get to vote for you. The ignorant Negroes. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. That's exactly what you're doing. Well, Ty, no, Ty, nothing. Hillary Clinton threw a Jay-Z and Beyonce concert. Instead of going to Chicago and want to talk to them about the important things that's actually killing us in Chicago. Oh no. Throw them a Jay-Z and Beyonce concert to actually distract them from what we're supposed to be coming there talking about regarding policy and regarding their lives. Oh no, get them some Jay-Z and Beyonce, because that's what you Negroes want. Man, Ty, you ain't got, oh yes, I do. Yeah, I know I'm burning y'all up right now. I hope you're feeling it. We're getting ready to take another break here, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ty Smith. You listen to Cities 92.9 and News and Talk of Bloomington Normal. That link is right there. I will post it again, folks. Here's the link right here. I'm getting hot. Appreciate you guys all chiming in right now. Don't forget that if you are in here right now, don't forget to hit the like button so this video can be circulated within the YouTube world. Appreciate if you guys all did that. And I just want to make sure that you guys are hearing me pretty well too. I mean, because I can't tell, but hopefully I don't sound too airy to you guys or anything like that. Loud and clear. Appreciate that. The Assassins of Gray Hair. I appreciate that. You don't forget, if you guys have any comments you want to make on this too, on this show thus far, go ahead and do that, and I'll read them off to the people that's listening.
Cities 92.9. Constitutional Sound Bites by David Chistokis is our way of helping this community remember the importance of the document and why America is a constitutional republic.
The self-evident truths in the Declaration of Independence, that all men are created equal with certain inalienable rights, are derived from the law of nature and of nature's God. The natural law elements of our nation's founding are embedded in the Constitution. The purpose is to balance the need for an organized society and every individual's natural desire for freedom. The United States was founded on a philosophy containing the belief that human beings are equal in the possession of natural rights, such as the rights to life, liberty, and property. To understand the Declaration is to understand the Constitution. The Constitution is a set of rules to give life to the Declaration's central philosophy.
This has been Constitutional Soundbites by David Chistokis on Cities 92.9. If you're close to retiring, tune into True Wealth Radio with John Creekmer of Creekmer Wealth Advisors, Saturday mornings at 7. Listen as John talks about the latest trends and headlines that could impact your retirement. Don't go into retirement unprepared. Listen Saturday mornings at 7 to True Wealth Radio with John Creekmer of Creekmer Wealth Advisors. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through Creekmer Asset Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
What's going on, Bloomington Normal? I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at 309-451-9299. If you would like to see me live in the studio here at Cities 92.9, go over to YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man. When you do that, you will see a thumbnail that shows me being live in the studio. You click that thumbnail and ding, there I am. You can see me, which means you can interact with me by chatting off to the side, or you can also click a link that I post within that chat to allow you to actually call in to where people can hear your voice across the nation. But if not, you can also leave comments off to the side where we can read those off, okay? So now, someone just left a message here. Non says the statue is part of $1 million grant to create new center to promote anti-racist discourse through the arts. Bank of America provided the grant, so someone needs to take it up with them. And I can guarantee you this, with the Martin Luther King statue is what she's referring to. It's not even, I hate to even say that. It's not an MLK statue. Y'all know, oh my God. Like, this is nothing against what Nan just said right there. I'm just saying the fact that we are even calling it a MLK statue. If I, what would y'all think of me? What would y'all think of me if I made a brass poop emoji and set it out somewhere and said, that's the Ty Smith statue? Just saying. What would y'all think? That's not quite an MLK statue. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, like I said, I'm going to say it again. There's an insult. I think by doing something like that, and to me, visually and on a subconscious level, it erases Martin Luther King from history. If I go look at that statue, I don't think of Martin Luther King. To me, it's pretty much erasing him from history. It's an insult. So I do understand it, but I can guarantee you this as well. Call me a conspiracy theory all you want to. I can guarantee you that however much money went into this statue project, I can guarantee you probably only about 10% got used to make that, and the rest of it, we don't know what happened to that money. I guarantee you. Guaranteed your money back. Guarantee that. So, but before we took the break, you guys heard me going in and really ranting about the ridiculousness of what's going on right now, especially, guys. I got Kevin here with me right now. He goes on he's in school right now, college here in Illinois. It's none of your business which one it is, but put it like this. Most colleges are at a point right now to where I don't even know what to even call them. I mean, as far as I know, this college here in the Illinois region, it hasn't gotten to the extreme to where they're not allowing people to get up there and talk and speak like they're doing on some of these other college campuses, where if a certain individual shows up, let's just say like Crowder, Ben Shapiro, Allen West, folks like them, if they show up and the people are out there with signs and trying to physically harm them, I don't think anything like that's happened here. But what I do see across a lot of college campuses is this agenda that's being pushed. They're trying to make everybody into these soft, entitled, snow cone color hair, social justice warrior crew of people. They want them to be all in their feelings, right? They want them to be all in their feelings. Ty, what are you saying that for? Because of what I was just talking about before we took this break with this HBCU. Somebody said, what is an HBCU? HBCU is historically black college or university. Okay? That's what it is. So what you have is this. And people say it used to be a racist term, but I'm going to say it. When they say, there goes the neighborhood. When you go off to college, mentally, there should be a change about the way that you want to conduct yourself. All the high school stuff that you did should be ready to get put away. It should be ready to get eradicated. If you dressed a particular type of way that was unappeasing, when you go to college, something should change. When you go to college, the idea even going there is because you're trying to ready yourself for the next step in your life to actually have something called a career. I would hope so. Right? That's what you're supposed to go there for. Now, through college, ladies and gentlemen, I dressed a particular type of way. I generally had on jogging pants, t-shirt, jacket, flip-flops. Okay? My wife, when I first started going, used to say to me, why are you dressed up like that? Guys, I was what you want to call, I was dressing up like wearing church clothes. I was literally going there, some nice slacks on, nice shoes, a nice button up. And when it got wintertime, I had on my nice jacket and everything. I'm just looking spam. My wife finally was like, why are you dressing up like that? I'm like, I don't know, because I'm going to college and I'm getting ready to go into a career, get into the medical field. I need to look the part. My wife's like, so you're going to dress up like that just to go to calculus? I'm like, she's like, have you ever took it? She's like, did you look around the classroom of yours and seen how other, your classmates were dressing? I'm like, no, because I sit in the front. So I didn't pay attention. So one day I just happened to look up and sure enough, I'm like, wow. And guess what? A lot of people thought that I was like a professor intern. That's how terrible it was. I didn't thought I was a professor intern. I had no idea that I can come there and dress like with jogging pants. So for the remaining time, unless it was a specific class, I had on jogging pants, t-shirt, kind of like what you guys see me in there, like I have on right now. I didn't know that. But at the same time, all around my college campus, I cannot tell you that I've seen one man, and I'm not making this about no color. I did not see one man that had his pants down below his butt. I didn't see one man dressed like that. I didn't even see nobody on the college campus wearing a do-rag at all. I didn't see no chicks wearing those bonnets on their head. If y'all don't know what that is, a lot of black people, especially black women, they wear these bonnets on their head. But what it's called, it's a protective hairstyle. It's to protect their hair while they're sleeping. It's to protect their hair from various different things. But what they did not do, in other words, why would you come to college dressed like the people you see in Walmart. Have y'all seen some of these folks in Walmart? I'm talking from the redneck hillbillies, hood rats, street thugged out folks, the whole nine. If you want to know how not, that's what they should do. You should take a group of kids and say this field trip is going to be all about how you're not going to conduct yourself when you go off to college. We're going to take a trip to Walmart, and you're going to. I will give them all a booklet. And in this booklet, it would be pictures. I'm going somewhere with this. Watch somebody steal my idea. In this booklet, there will be pictures of various people dressed a particular way. We're going to show pants down darn near to their back of their knees, showing their butt with their drawers on. We're going to show a woman with pajama pants on and the top half of her butt crack is showing, and she got on a little bitty shirt and her whole big old giant belly is hanging down, swinging by her waist. We're going to show a guy come in there with 19 necklaces on his neck, 16 bracelets on his arm, with 6 do-rags on his head. So y'all see where I'm going with this. We're going to have all these pictures in this booklet, and the field trip is going to simply consist of the kids all standing there like the greeters do. And as they come through the door, these kids just greet everybody that comes in. But then they're going to check off on their booklet, like, where's Waldo? But it's going to be where's Thuggo? Where's Hillabillo? Where's Rednecko? Where's Hood Ratto? Where's Hood Negro? Check it off on your page when you see one of these right here. And at the end of the day, whoever end up having the most checks on their paper, you get a nice little special prize. But the whole point of doing this exercise is to show them this is how we're not going to dress. This is how we're not going to conduct ourselves when we go out amongst other human beings, especially when you're in college. So to drive this back to my point, this is at an historically black college. And let's just be real, folks. There are certain areas that used to be great. And when a certain type of people, and I'm not just talking black, when a certain type of people moved into these certain areas and they began to make these neighborhoods look bad, they began to destroy these neighborhoods, they began to bring in the drugs, they began to bring in the violence, they began to bring in the gangs. People that had actual morals moved away from that. And there, let's just be real. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. That's how the phrase came out, there goes the neighborhood, because a bunch of black people moving into the suburbs, some nice little, kind of low upper income / almost middle class neighborhoods were doing good. And then some black folks moved in there. They brought the Pookies and the Tyrones and the Ray Rays and the Juju Bean and the June Bugs and the Starkeishas and Dashika Shays and Nanika Shays and Mercedes and Porsche. They brought all these type of people in the neighborhood, and these folks moved out. And so that's how the phrase came about, saying, there goes the neighborhood. And I get to talk about this. I get to say it because I know that I'm not going to get no backlash in the way that a white person would, should they say this. And what I'm saying right now, if Kev was to say this, the feds would probably be busting in Cities 92.9, arresting both of us. Arresting him for saying it and arresting me for being black and letting him say it. So what I'm saying therefore is this. If a certain type of mindset, the way that people are dressing, their influences will begin to affect the neighborhood. Nobody wants to move there. The property of those homes will go down. The value of the neighborhoods will go down. What do you think is going to happen if you are getting ticked off at this professor because he don't want them coming there dressing, looking like they from the goddamn on streets? What do you think is going to happen? Keep on allowing them to come in there looking like thugs. Keep on allowing them to come in there looking like the rappers. Keep on allowing them to come in there looking like sluts, like hookers, like prostitutes, booty cheeks and stuff all out. Keep on allowing them to come there to these colleges look like that. College is not even going to look like college anymore. We're coming here for higher education. Sorry, we coming here for higher sex education. Yeah, you coming here for higher sex education, not education. Absolutely disgusting. But here's the sad part. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. I guarantee you, or your money back, you will not find that in white colleges. I bet you won't find that in no white colleges. Folks, I know I'm on a rant again, but we're going to be right back. We're getting ready to take a break here. You listen to my show, Cancel This, at Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington Normal. Woo! I got to get some water.
Again in Cooksville. Get out of your routine and make the drive to munch down some pizza or their fried chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy. I'm sorry if this is making you hungry, but the home-cooked meals at the Long Branch Again will solve that. So the next time you need to eat, take that short drive to the Long Branch Again in Cooksville. Your stomach and your taste buds will thank you.
Hope for the Warriors was born of the realization that our husbands and wives, our brothers and sisters, and our best friends were coming home either wounded or escorted in a flag-draped casket. We were needed to serve our family, needed to assist our neighbor move into a handicap-accessible home, to support their long-term recovery, or to provide scholarships for friends that had to take on new careers. We were needed as a voice for the military community, our community, a voice that is still needed today. Our voice is one of family, and like any family, we celebrate successes in recovery and accomplishments throughout the journey. We are the sounding board that will continue to offer a hand up to help our brothers and sisters reach their goals. That is what a military is about, and that is what we will continue to do. We are veterans. We are military family. We are
Non, you don't have to show your face. Don't try to cop out.
Just take his word for it. Season 2 on Cities 92.9.
What's going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. Again, that number is 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same phone number, 309-451-9299. If you would like to see me live in the studio where I can interact with you and you interact with me, then make sure you go onto YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man, and when you do that, you will see a thumbnail of me being in the studio. It's red and black. When you click on that, you will see me here in the studio where you can interact with me and I can interact with you. I can read off your comments, and I also can send out a link should you would like to come onto the radio and say your words on these subjects that we're talking about thus far, and your voice can be heard not just across Central Illinois, but all Illinois, and not just all Illinois, the entire nation, and even beyond that, the entire world, because the fact that we're live on YouTube, it is being broadcasted across the whole world, because I got people all over the world that listens in on the show through YouTube. So, with that being said, I'm gonna read off a few comments here that some people texted in. We got Ghost Dog, who said, I went to trades college. It was t-shirts, work boots, and jeans. Absolutely. And we have Lottie Martin, who said, and the same at the university. It was beaver like this 20 years ago at the university. I don't really quite understand what you're saying right there. Someone said right here, you're so funny, Ty. Says Pamela. We got the Assassin of the Gray, who said, bingo. We got Admiral Six Killer in here, who said, where's Joe's next hidden stack of classified docs? Uh-oh. And then we have someone here. We have Unconventional One, who said, teach, Ty. Okay, appreciate the comments that are coming in. We got Mima, who said, exactly. We got Strictly Business, who said, tell it. Mima Flower says, 1967, my dad was upset there was a black family moving in next door because he believed the value of his home would go down. They became best friends. LOL. I bet the value of the home still went down, though. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm just playing, people. Look at y'all. We got Miss Pamela, who said, preach it. We got Ghost Dog, who said, there's a drug house across the street, and it's triplets with apartments. The black guys, Jamaican, I think, are the only decent guys living there. Wow. James Curtis says, if college becomes the ghetto. Exactly. We got James Curtis who said, get him, Ty. Pookie Martinez says, pedal to the meadow. Sean said, no race owns copyright to trash. Well, you're right about that, but let me now that you've said that, can we keep it real about something? See, people hate when I go down this road, especially folks that look just like me. Ladies and gentlemen, I am nowhere like I'm not a prophet or anything like that. But mark my words that today, on January the 14th of 2023, Ty Smith said the black culture is never going to recover. I'm 40 years old. I plan on dying when I get at least a year over 120, right? I will continue to the day that I die and tell you that the black culture itself, you can kind of say the community in some kind of a way, it is a done deal. It's a hard pill to swallow. I've been doing what I'm doing for several years. And the way that I look at this, and I've arrived to this conclusion, is because the same way that I've seen a very famous man, his initials is JC. He went and did things to try to save a community of people, but he couldn't save them all. Despite not ever doing a thing in the world, but simply going around trying to help improve people's lives through healing them, giving them wisdom and knowledge, teaching them, giving them hope, showing them a better way, he still was not able to save them all. But the ones that he did end up helping out, changing their life, being so impactful on their lives, those individuals were able to go out and reciprocate what he did in their lives to others. What I'm telling you right now is this. I do not care how much money is given to any community regarding the blacks. I don't care how many times y'all get out there and raise your fist in the air and march for black people. We are at a point right now in history, black people. There is really nothing more that y'all are going to be able to get out of what's already been done. We are free, in case y'all didn't know that. We are free. What other things do y'all want the white people to do? Why do you want to keep on seeking validation from white people? White people going about their days, living their lives, not wearing two craps about you. They're going about their lives, having families, barbecues, get-togethers. They're doing their life. And all we're going around doing, we want to be heard. We oppressed, and it's y'all fault. I'm not thinking about y'all. They're not. Me as a black man, once I got to this side and seen all the opportunities that I was able to achieve, and still doing it right now. Right now on the YouTube streets in the streets, it's called chasing the bag. That means the money. There are so many opportunities out here right now for anybody, whether you be black, white, purple, green, orange, blue. I don't care what color you are. There are numerous of opportunities out there for you to go out there and get income and do really good with your life. There is no more excuses. You would have had excuses post-slavery. I get that. But at the same time, post-slavery, we had black people that were increasing in hundredfolds now, becoming doctors, pharmacists, lawyers, shoemakers, oil owners, land owners, produce owners. They were married more than what white people were post-slavery. During a time when it was actually legal. It was legal to be discriminative towards black people, but yet black people were still increasing and doing well. The civil rights movement comes along. Black people now, we're able to get in here and vote and stuff. We're able to vote. By the way, in case you didn't know it, spoiler alert, Republicans were responsible for that. Democrats didn't want your black butts voting. See, I can say it to you. Negroes, the Democrats did not want your black butt voting. They didn't want you doing anything. They created the KKK for you and other Republicans that were trying to get you into political positions. Did you know that? Oh, tell you, go and read your history. Go read your history and find out what party was it that was trying to keep you from doing stuff. And if you look at it on a psychological level, they are still trying to keep your butts from actually progressing. I say it all the time. Let me read this off real quick. We got a comment here. Lee Holt said, MRM, I love what you do. Makes me proud. I was born in Decatur, where you are from. You do a great job. Way too good. And you are spot on 1,000%. Keep it up, young man. We love you. Lee Hunt, I appreciate that, sir. We have a super chat here from AP Payne. Appreciate the super chat. Says, keep working hard, my man. Love the content. You can't fix the wicked. No. They choose not to be fixed. They choose not to be fixed right now. Of all the opportunities right now that black people can do, you can do the same exact thing. No, the white person, they can do. No, they cannot. I have a college guy in here right now who is making head waves all over. Kev is in here right now. I guarantee you that Kev, if whatever program he's in right now, whatever he's studying right now, if there are black people that's doing the same thing he's doing, I guarantee you they got the same struggles. Oh, because Kev White, all of a sudden his brain is different. Oh, so it's easier for Kev to do math than it is for a black person to do math. Oh, that's right, because math is racist. Of course Kev will love doing it. It's in his favor. This is how crazy it is. He just got done saying he hates math. Uh-oh. He hates math now, so, oh, wow. Oh, so what that makes him? Huh? What does that make him? Oh, that's cool, because Kev hates math, and math is racist. Kev is for the black people. He's for the black people. But these are the games that they're playing on you. They are sitting there and keeping you in such a victim-minded mentality, you will not be able to move on and progress. Why would you? I don't know how I'm getting on this, but it's for somebody out there that's listening right now, because I'm telling you right now, black people, if you have y'all seen the movie Get Out? Oh, yeah. Imagine the movie Get Out. Imagine that everybody in that movie was black. That's the current state right now. Black people, you do not want to progress is because you are choosing not to progress. Laws, legislation, different things have been put in place to the extent to where all these doors are open, but you are choosing not to walk through it because somebody keeps on telling you that if you walk through that door, this is going to happen. If you walk through that door, this one, they talk you out of even getting to the door. You're looking right at it. The door is open, and you fools are looking back and complaining, well, how come the door got to be that wide open? Well, when somebody else, you going to find every excuse not to walk through the dang on door. You got to be the one to walk through the door. But you don't want to. Oh, no, because if I walk through that door, man, I heard that whenever whenever Thomas walked through that door, he never came back. Oh, I heard that when Ty Smith walked through that door, we ain't seen him in the ghetto since. Yes! Why would I want to come back? For what? A place that we sat there and complained about when we were in the hood, in the ghetto, in the projects, possibly getting shot, kidnapped, crackheads messing with you, crackheads telling you, if you give me $2, I do this oil thing to you, baby. You look like a good, you gotta be a grown man. You so big and tall and strong. Hey, give me $2 and I swear I'll do something real good to you, baby. Who wants to live around that and walk around that stuff every single day? Then you get away from the folks, oh man, you a sellout. Because I don't want to come back to that? Negro, please. Folks, we're going to take a break here. You listen to Cities 92.9 and News and Talk of Bloomington Normal.
So it cut out even quicker than it was supposed to.
That's cool. I told y'all, look, I've been on some panels lately, y'all. Yeah, I'm bringing some fire. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you right now. We're on a break right now, ladies and gentlemen. So give me a second again. We're on a break right now, okay? So while we're breaking, moderators, y'all can let people know to keep on, to let them know to Let them know to subscribe. Don't forget, y'all, hit that like button, all that good stuff. All right, I'll be right back.
Classified markings have been found in different locations. President Biden also under fire for not meeting migrants during his recent visit to El Paso, Texas. Uvalde, Texas Mayor Don McLaughlin among the critics.
They spent a week before President Biden got to El Paso making sure there were no migrants on the street. They cleaned up all the people that were living on the street. They cleaned up the holding shelters. They took him to a part of the border where you didn't see any migrants, although there were plenty of people that wanted to talk to him while I was in El Paso.
New York Mayor Eric Adams is scheduled to visit El Paso today. The U.S. Coast Guard's asking the state of Florida for assistance with the influx of migrants there. This after the White House criticized Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for activating the National Guard to help. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez.
It's never fair when the federal government asks state or local municipalities to help them with a crisis that's been created in large part as a result of a failure of their policies.
The White House calls Governor DeSantis' handling of the situation political stunts. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin visited his teammates today at the Bills facility. Hamlin was discharged from a hospital this week after going into cardiac arrest during a game 2 weeks earlier. American.
All right, folks, I'm back. Sophisticated Jerk says, keep up the great content with the $10 bag. Hey, I appreciate that super chat there, sir. Appreciate that. It's hard to hold these thoughts in because, you got to wait for the show to come back on for me to get back into it. You crazy, nah. Appreciate that unconventional. I went and got some. That's 100, Assassin. You're right. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm going to post this link again, folks. Oh, Lord. To your hat. You shouldn't even tell me what it was. You should have just set me up and just said, I want you to react to this live. Or react to it. There's the link right there, folks. The Price is Right. Don't give away free trips to Compton.
That's funny.
insurance companies. Cities 92.9. All views and opinions expressed in this program do not reflect those of Cities 92.9. Great Plains Media, its affiliates, or its employees. They can't cancel him or Cities 92.9. It's Cancel This with Ty Smith.
What's going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is 309-451-9299. You can also text the show at 309-451-9299. If you would like to see me live in the studio where I can interact with you and you interact with me, yeah, you can see me visually. I'm good looking, ain't I? Yeah. No, but go onto YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man, and you will see a thumbnail that's black and red, and it will show me being live in the studio. Click on that, and you can see me in here, all right? And folks, with that being said, welcome to the second half of this show, and y'all know I was ending this last portion of it with a big, huge boom, but at the same time, I was letting it be known how I feel about this, and during that break, we had someone that called in, and we're getting ready to see if we can get this caller on the line, okay? So, before we did take the break, you guys heard my rant and how I was going in on this whole notion of what we see transpiring in America. Okay. And with that being said, I was telling you guys how a big, huge mental victim mentality has been played into here before I took that break. And so we're going to go ahead and address the caller that called in right now and see what they're talking about. Caller, you on Cities 92.9? Caller, are you there? Okay. This is Ty. Yes, sir. Doing good. How are you?
I have a few questions for you. I mean, you seem like you been doing a lot of talking, and I know this is for YouTube purposes. I don't think this is something that you say out of knowing. And if you do, maybe you are just using it for YouTube purposes. This is for entertainment purposes, or this is for knowing or educating your audience?
No, this is.
Random data. It's all about this. You guys are great marketers. You guys persuade people in all areas. I mean, I could mention from CRT that you have no idea what it is, and I know you have some knowledge about medicine, yes, but when it comes to the vaccine, you have done a lot of research.
Look, here's the thing. So I'm the producer, Kev, and what I'm going to say is you're trying to go into an argument that we should support the vaccine because it's a capitalist-made product. Well, here's your problem when you're trying to argue that. The real issue is that it's government-funded, and then the government also tries to push it as a mandated drug, meaning that what happens, excuse me, we let you talk, now you let me talk. So what happens is that the government then now funds these mandated vaccines. So it's not even capitalist. We don't have a choice as to whether or not we are being able to purchase this product. We are being forced into it. We are being forced to purchase this product, and it is no longer capitalist. It is supporting big pharma in a socialist type form because it is the government having forced decisions among us. Thank you so much for calling it, but next time try to think a little bit more before you do so.
Yeah, see, now this is what I love about this. We look, y'all got the look, listeners right now, whether you on the YouTube world or whatever like that, you are not dealing with, see, you thought you were dealing with some chumps here, didn't y'all? You thought you were dealing with some chumps. Not in this world. Not on this side. You're not. I told y'all. We do not play up here. That's why the show is called Cancel This. So now you just sat there and just let their you heard Kev just drop that stuff on you. Yeah, I know. I need you to, sir, that just called in. I need you to look down real quick. Look down, okay? Did you look down? Pick your jaw up. Okay. Anyway, folks, before somebody tried to call in and do exactly what a lot of folks like that do, to try to derail the conversation, let me get back onto what we were talking about in regards to what a lot of people are complaining about when it comes to issues that we are facing. I just got done telling you guys that, like, right now in today's world, I don't believe that you are so oppressed and that you are so downtrodden that you cannot make any moves to do what you want to in America. I just got done also telling you guys that the whole purpose of getting out of the type of predicaments that we got out of is to not return to those areas. I also said that there's somebody who I admire very much. His initials is JC, who went around and healed people. He moved people. He touched people. He helped people in such a way that he's like one of the most, if the most famous person in the whole world that I know of. A book definitely have been written about him. Books have been written about him thousands of years, right? What I'm saying that for is this. I've been doing what I'm doing so long that I know for a fact, and I know it's a hard pill to swallow, the black community or the black culture is complete trash. Some of y'all, you got to think about how I'm saying this. I'm not getting up here and saying, oh, Ty's up there. He's tap that's for the white man. He's saying what the white man want him to say. No, I'm telling you from a perspective. I came from that stuff. I came from it. And what I'm telling you is when you are in the hood, in the projects, you around the murder, you around the killing, you around seeing the people being raped, you around seeing crackheads and stuff all the time. Who desires to stay there? But what's interesting, ladies and gentlemen, is the psychological subconscious freaking psyops that's been put on black people is they want to keep on pushing this stuff and make it seem like it's a positive thing to be there through the music. Look what the music portrays. The music portrays them being in those environments. The music portrays them being in the hood, having some barbecues. The hood portrays, oh, Pookie just got out of jail. Let's throw a barbecue for my end. Let's throw a barbecue for the Negro. Oh, the hood portrays a rapper being in jail. Would you still love me like a fat kid love cake? Girl, would you still love me now? Would you still love me if I was down and out? See what I'm saying? It's promoting girls that if your dude go to jail for robbing somebody, for attempted murder, you need to hold that brother down while he in jail. No, you need to get away from him. If he tried to kill somebody, what do you think he might do to you? But what I'm saying is the fact that it's being played through music, it's being lifted up, it's being pushed out there like it's such a positive thing that a lot of black people that's in these predicaments in the hood, in the ghetto, in the projects are eating this stuff up as if, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. Because the rappers, our heroes, our role models, these people are to them. They're portraying that lifestyle, but none of them live that. It's exactly what I was trying to tell some of y'all folks about BLM. They'll go around and preach and scream all day long about, oh, black people are so oppressed and black people this, while at the same time, those very same oppressed people, you're begging them for money? That's absolutely crazy to me. That same tactic is being played on black folks is the same tactic that the black church is playing on black folks as well. If you want to live right, if you want the Lord to bless you, if you want the Lord to do things for you, then you need to sow a seed. How many of them say, I want to be blessed? Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, do you want to be blessed? If you want to be blessed, then give some money from thy nest. And black people that's already poor and broke and all that, giving their last dollars because this preacher says some things in such a charismatic way. He said it in such a good way that it got you all feeling good in your feelings that you sat there and gave your money up to them. The pastors them are getting rich. Him and his wife them living real good, but the people of the church are suffering. It's the same taxes they've been playing on us for the longest, folks, and we keep falling for it. After a while, it becomes our fault because we keep on letting them do this to us. More of the show when we get back, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington Normal.
Cities 92.9's dependable weather from WMBD. I'm WMBD Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. Expect mostly clear to partly cloudy skies for the rest of today, with highs reaching the lower 40s. Overnight skies will become mostly cloudy with lows in the 30s.
When somebody jumps in all of a sudden, like, I didn't really, I'm glad you heard me saying back fingers. I didn't know.
Weather from Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We take pride in your comfort. Just call Summers.
John, the price of groceries is enough to send somebody into a panic mode these days.
Yeah, especially when the refrigerator goes kaput.
Even more so. We got a call from a customer who had that problem with the freezer load of those expensive groceries.
And that'll keep you awake at night just thinking about it.
Right. So, because Dick Van Dyke stocks the 100 most used cards, we were able to send a factory-trained tech out to her place to fix the problem before she lost any of that food.
And he wasn't some subcontractor either.
Trained right here locally by the team of Dick Van Dyke.
You know, one way to fight inflation, keep from having to buy expensive stuff twice.
You got that right.
This is Dennis Regan, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store, which means you have the comfort of knowing that if anything goes wrong, we'll make it right. Wow!
He hasn't called back since. He swore, I'm gonna call up there again. I like to converse. He didn't.
In times of war, peace, and every day in between, our military stays vigilant to protect our country. At Hope for the Warriors, we never forget them or the families who serve alongside them. Since 2006, Hope for the Warriors has provided life-transforming programs for active duty and veterans, military families and caregivers, families of the fallen. Go to hopeforthewarriors.org to give hope today.
The left cannot cancel me. They try, but they can't. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Catch me every afternoon at 2 on the only conservative talk station in Bloomington Normal, Cities 92.9.
What is going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. The phone number here is area code 309-451-9299. If you would like to text the show, same phone number, area code 309-451-9299. If you would like to see me live in the studio and I can interact with you and you interact with me, then go onto YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man, click on the thumbnail that's red and black that shows me live in the studio, and you can see me in here looking at you and you looking at me, and we're having a good looking time. And what you can do is interact by typing in anything you would like off to the side in the chat, and I can read it off, which is what I'm going to do right here. So we have Unconventional One who said, facts, perpetuating poverty mindsets is exactly what they're doing. Really, really good point right there. BM says, I love the trolls that call in. Angela Griffith said, preach. A lot of comments on here is showing that, you know, Kev completely knocked the dude out. I told Kev he gave him a 2-piece. Someone said that was a mic drop. Big time mic drop is what somebody said right here. Jesse Curtis said, Kev put the smack down on him. Yes, yeah, buddy. See, that's the thing, folks. People like Kev, myself, and other folks that kind of interact in this circle right here, we are not cowards. We are not cowards. See, you guys are used to seeing people calling in, like, or even just being like out and about, and someone come at them a particular way. They just sit there. Well, you know, no, you're gonna get the fire back with us, as you can see. So what that served as a, I guess you could say, like a warning shot a little bit to the ones that are watching right now. Should you want to call in and troll, we're not the ones you want to do that with. But then again, you still can do it because that will make for good entertainment purposes right there. So anyway, before we took the break, you guys heard what I was talking about in regards to what type of imagery is being pushed towards the Black community. You know, I just got done telling you guys how the best that they can do for us is give us rappers and entertainers. Some of these folks don't know who Thomas Sowell is. They don't know who Jason Wiley is. You know, they don't know who Larry Elder is. A lot of folks. We're not talking about no people like Neil deGrasse or anything like that. We're not talking about people that's bought off and sold off. We're talking about real people, folks. What a lot of people don't like, when I do what I'm doing right now, they don't like it because it serves to them as a form of discipline, and nobody likes to be disciplined. If you ever been disciplined as a child, you did not like it, did you? Because it made you feel some type of way. You got in your feelings a little bit. You kind of felt like your feelings were being hurt because a person was saying something to you a particular kind of way. You didn't like that. So what you do, naturally, you become defensive. And I'll take a chance right now, or not a chance, I'll take a break right now to answer this for y'all. Yes, no. Kev is not married, but Kev is in a serious relationship. Y'all love all that toxic masculinity, didn't y'all? Y'all loved it. Told y'all, women gravitate to that. I don't care what they say. Women still love masculine men. You can't help but to love it. It's in your nature. But yes, he is really well with his serious girlfriend. He talked about it about a month or so ago when we had him on. Yes, so yes, sorry. I know. If I can find other ones like him in my circle, I'll let y'all know about it. But all the guys that around my circle, they either with someone serious or they are married. And it's the reason why. People like guys like us. That's it. So, but yeah, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If right now, if we are in a country that is so bad, why are other countries flooding to get here? Why are people coming in? It's not just the Mexicans or whatever you want to call it, Latinos coming in from the bottom. Haitians are coming in. People from Cuba are coming in. They're all coming through the southern border. But why are they coming here? Opportunity. Black people, listen to me when I tell you this. If you do not get yourself in order right now, my prediction, give us one more generation and you're going to be so obsolete that the very thing that you cry about, that you feel that you don't have right now, which is a voice and opportunity, you will not have it, because there is another race that's pouring into this country right now. They are going to be the majority of the minority. No longer black folks. Now, I made a video the other day in a joking way, but there's a lot of things I do in sarcasm, but it has some truth to it. Folks were saying, Ty, why aren't there any good black men out there like you? Where are those good black men? They're either the good black men, they're all married, or even just other black men, regular black men, they're gay. Or Ty, the black men, they're all in jail. So where are these black men? I said they're out in a red little jar or a box or a bag called hazardous material. You are boarding them. That's where they are. Uh-oh. Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that right. You're killing them. You're killing them. So with you killing all these potential good black men, along with you're not taking the opportunity right now to take advantage of the things that's set before you to make your life better. I'm telling you, I know this. There is not going to be any change, black folks. There is not going to be any change because there is nothing to change. All these things that you guys are crying about right now, somebody told y'all that and y'all using those as talking points. Man, we oppressed. We can't even do. Okay, then why we have black doctors? Man, we oppressed. We can. Okay, why we got black lawyers? Oh man, we oppressed. We can. Okay, why do we got black CEOs? Man, why we got black billionaires? Why we got black millionaires? Well, no, that don't mean nothing. See, there you go. You keep on trying to make up an excuse to why you are not making any moves or doing anything. So guess what? Keep on sitting back and crying about it. Keep on sitting back and marching with people and got your fist in the air. That looks good. But where are you physically? You still in the same place you've been in for the past some years. I'm an activist. Doing what? As an activist, who did you activate to do anything that's going to require any type of action to get them above anywhere? Who? Well, I'm an activist. I speak for the people. And you're still there. Y'all still there. Keep on talking about the same thing that keeps on happening to us over and over and over again. That will end up becoming a part of somebody's subconscious, and you are not going to make moves. What you need to do is focus on where you want them to go, not focusing on where they have been or where we currently are, but where do you want to go from here? Ty, but you don't understand. Where do you want to go? See, Ty, but I be trying. Where, dude? Either we're going somewhere or we're not. This conversation is about to be over. That's how I handle things. So for the folks that I've helped me and my wife thus far, every last one of them ones that I told you, they went off and became successful accountants, went off and became carpenters, contract company owners. They went off and done amazing things. They got families, they got kids. They are doing excellent, and that is a huge blessing because then they come back and to me and my wife, Mr. Tyre, Miss Smith, man, if y'all want to do what y'all did for me, you know, hey, I'll go ahead and fix this for y'all. I'll put this new roof on for you guys. I'll build an extension to y'all house. I'll do this. I'm doing that for free because of what y'all did for me. That's how the blessings come back. I am not going to sit here and patty cake to anything that you're going through. I'm not going to patty cake to your situation. All I'm going to do is say, what can I do to help solve it for you? What can we do to move on beyond it? Man, you see how they did our ancestors? What are you talking about? Ty, see, that's the problem, man. You never want to know. There's nothing wrong with learning about our history. And when I say our, I'm not just talking about black people. That's where we get into issues right there when y'all want to separate things off. All of us went through this stuff together. Man, we're no white people. Yes, they were. We're no white people, no slaves. Yes, they were. And not only that, black people own slaves too. Man, how come people always want to bring up what black people? How come you trying to keep it out? Y'all keep on wanting to say it's being whitewashed, but then somebody try to blackwash it. Y'all don't want to hear that part either. The minute somebody say, oh, black people had slaves too. Man, see, that's the thing though. We ain't talking. Yes, we are. Talk about the whole entire thing. It will give you a whole different perspective. All from the beginning, black and white people have worked together from the beginning. I don't care what they told you. Go and take me as I'm lying. Go and research this stuff yourself and find out people like Lemuel Haynes, Herbert Hoover. Go find these people out. Monet, Amistad, who was like the first American double spy with George Washington. With George Washington, the first president? Yes, black people and white people have always worked together. They all were under this system. But what they're doing, they feel like they got you guys locked in. I'm talking about black folks and some white people too, because some of y'all numb, crazy-minded folks fall for this stuff as well. How you gonna sit there and act like you felt what black people went through? The black people that are ancestors, that are descendants of ancestors, they didn't go through it. So how you gonna try to jump on board? I feel what the black people are going through. The black people don't feel what the black people went through because they didn't go through it. The ancestors did. But here we are taking it like we're going through it. Man, it's a shame what they did to our ancestors. But yeah, it ain't a shame that probably by the time Monday comes around, 11 people in Chicago are gonna be killed. Oh, but we care about our ancestors went through. Okay, BS. I know I'm flying, y'all. Another break coming up right here. You listen to Cities 92.9 and Dudes Talk of Bloomington Normal. Told y'all. They don't want that heat.
I made a whole channel just so I could talk to the people now because they're talking about me. I was like, I'm not married, but thanks, guys. I'm really flattered.
WMBD Chief Meteorologist Chris Shakes expect mostly clear to partly cloudy skies for the rest of today, with highs reaching the lower 40s. Overnight skies will become mostly cloudy.
Oh, 100, Dante. 100, bro.
The weather is being brought to you by Brad Worth from Country Finance.
Oh yeah, dude, because you get tired of it. It's a wrap now, man. I mean, I think one of the worst, not worst. You know how to say it's like, you know how it is where people do this thing where like one of the worst things you could have done is poke the sleeping giant. They did that. Some of these people that invited me onto their panels, I have sat on so many panels, man. I sat back and I listened and I let this stuff soak in. And it just made me more and more like, dude, it is a wrap. Like, it is a complete wrap. Like, I'm done with it now. I can't even do it no more, man.
Constitutional Soundbites by David Shistokis is our way of helping this community remember the importance of the document and why America is a constitutional republic.
Last year, around September 22, there was a real report that more than 50% of blacks are rich. I don't know about that. We have to care more for this country. This country is not perfect, but it's still the best in the world. This country, I feel, is no perfect. I wouldn't say that, but like I said, the fact that people are trying to flock here, you don't see who's trying to flock to Australia, who's trying to flock to Japan, right? Who's trying to flock to Canada? Yeah, go to China, go to Russia, go. Matter of fact, if you try to go to places like where the people from Brazil live way back in, they don't even want you there. No.
Constitutional Soundbites by David Shistokis on Cities 92.9. Constitutional Soundbites by David Shistokis is our way of helping.
Ty, you are right. People are complacent in their ways. Absolutely. Unconventional want to say this tight, but it's right. Dante says, I am not oppressed and definitely not a victim. Absolutely, bro. Strictly Business says, I'm a good black man. We're on a break right now, folks, so that's why y'all hear some silence right now. So while we're on a break right now, I'll read through some of the comments right here.
Stokes on Cities 92.9. Meatballs and elk summer sausage. What could be better than that? Probably a gun raffle and a live auction. But why settle for just one when you can go to the 32nd annual Wild Game Banquet put on by the McLean County Sportsman Association? Dinner will be served at 4:30 p.m. at the Interstate Center in Bloomington on Saturday, February 4th. And I'll give away tickets on the Morning Buzz. I'm your host, Kat Peterson. Cities 92.9 for more information. Head to cities99.com.
What's going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. Phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same number. If you would like to see me live in the studio, go onto YouTube. Once you go onto YouTube, type in Modern Renaissance Man. You will see a thumbnail that's red and black showing me in the studio being live. When you go there, you will see me live in the studio where I can interact with you and you interact with me. All right, so we took the break and we had a lot of people that chimed in after my little rant that just went on right there. And I'll read some of them off. Some people said Malcolm X was right. Some said that you remind me of how Malcolm X was. Malcolm X and Thomas Sowell all in one. Someone said, Ty, you are right when you know people are complacent in their ways. We have Dante, who says, I am a good black man. We have Strictly Business that said truth. We have Dante again, who says, you are right. Black people, as many as Americans, are resilient, period. We got some hand claps and booms and all that going off. We have BM, who said, learn the past, but don't live there. Absolutely, 100% on that one, BM. We have Unconventional that said, hey, 100%. Dante again said, Ty, you're bringing the smoke. Non said, Ty is on fire. Then Non turned around and said, Ty, drink some water. Dante said, I said only because that is what the victim-minded black people be thinking, but I know you are good. I just watched your video today of you going off on the school board again. Oh, yeah, the one I went viral on, and they had nothing to say after that. Nobody had anything to say to me after that at all, especially when I asked them and I invited them to come to the black communities to go talk to black people there. None of them wanted to go, but they virtue signal like a bad boy, which is what we see going on a lot in today's world, folks. Shannon Rook says, do y'all really think some people choose to be poor? How about our disabled vets, seniors, and other disabled not by choice. For a disabled veteran to be poor, I would blame that on the government, because I would say the government definitely need to take care of them. Big time. Big time. I actually treat a lot of these people that are considered vets now, but we're not talking about them. If you are healthy, you can walk, you can talk, you are more than capable. There is no reason why you should be poor. And y'all, we really don't want to go down that lane right there talking about poor, because to me, you got food, and I end all my videos like this: food, shelter, clothing, and great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. There's no way that you're poor. There's no way that you're poor. You have all those essentials. Right now in America, everybody that's on welfare is living way better than almost anybody in some of these third world countries like Africa. Even places where my ancestors came from, Jamaica, up in Stony Hills, y'all living better than what they are right now, even while you're on welfare. You got heat in your home. You got air conditioning in your home. You got an oven that you can cook on. You got a microwave. You can go to Walmart. Matter of fact, if you were on welfare, you are living better than any kings and queens back then in medieval times and all that. What are we talking about? See what I'm saying? So that's why I always tell people, what do we mean by poor? And who gave you this definition of poor? And who gave you the mindset of what poor is? Now, I can sit there and tell y'all that at one point in time, I know for a fact what it's being poor is like. Because I talk about it openly, how me and my brothers, during the time, we had to go around town picking cans, turning the cans in for money, so we can get that money and use it to get it for food, so we can get something to eat. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But I'm talking about the ones that are more than capable. We were kids now. We weren't grown-ups. We were kids. You are a grown man. You're a grown woman. And you're telling me that you're poor. You're going to give me more than that. Because I think that you are capable of doing anything that you want to do, but you are choosing not to. So I get what you're saying right there, Shannon. I get what you're saying about people that are disabled. You know, people that are disabled because of a disability that they have, whether it's a car wreck, whether they were born, you know, cerebral palsy. I get it. I totally understand that. Those are not the individuals that I'm talking about at all. I'm not talking about people like that at all. So back to what I was saying, though, is that right now, I've gone on so many different panels, and I got to be honest, it was good to know that there are other individuals out there that exist that's just like me. We came out of some of the same type of backgrounds. We grew up in some of the same type of neighborhoods. And what's very interesting as well, this might be a little off, we married the same type of women with the same type of temperament. It's really, really crazy. Yeah, I know. Look, I don't know how to explain that to y'all. All I know is that when we all talk on these panels, these men, and we describe our wives, you would swear that all of us are married to the same woman. So it's something behind all that. Ty, what are you saying all the stuff that you're saying is for? It's because of this. These black men who came from crazy backgrounds, and all the time we get together, they never want me to talk because they feel like I had the worst out of all of them. You get yourself together. And one thing I cannot do, and one thing I do not like, and you're going to waste your breath if you try to give me some excuses. One of the worst things you can say to me is that I got lucky. Have you lost your mind? See what I'm saying? You're making up an excuse when you do that. Well, Ty, you got lucky because you had people that know I sought them out. You see what I'm saying? Nobody is coming to rescue you from the hood, black folks. That's been proven. All these people that you guys continuously vote for, they don't come to the hood. They won't come to the hood. Why would they? Man, we got bad drinking water. They won't even fix our pipes. Yes, they're showing you. Okay, since now, you know, from they say to 2023, the number climbed. I think now they're saying between 70. Now this might be wrong, but this is just what I was told from somebody that does census. They said now they're saying between 72 and 75 blacks don't have the father in the home, or they're in a single parent home, or they're being raised by grandma. Okay? What I'm saying that for is this. We say fathers are like the biggest reason amongst the black community why the black community is failing. So we're blaming these fathers. If the fathers would get back in the home If the fathers would get back in the home, these things can be fixed. But the fact that you can tell by those fathers' actions, it's not going to be fixed because the fathers are not trying to get back in the home. Therefore, the situation is not going to be fixed. What am I using that example for? I'm using it because what I'm telling you is this. The ghettos, the hoods, the trailer trash parks, the projects, they remain the same because y'all, in a way, metaphorically speaking, you keep having kids by the same type of father. You keep voting in the same type of fathers. Metaphorically speaking now. Those fathers are not coming to visit the kids. The politicians that y'all keep voting for are not visiting y'all neighborhoods to see what they look like. They don't care. Just like those fathers don't care. Man, our drinking water, they don't care. We still got lead paint in here. They do not care. But what they will do, they will appeal to you because they know that you get off on emotion. I got a bottle of hot sauce in my purse. I don't feel no ways tired. You know what? I like songs like WAP. This is what they do. And black folks, oh, what? You see Hillary Clinton? She bought a bottle of hot sauce, girl. She put this shit. Oh, then passes. Oh, you know, Hillary Clinton must have been around some black folk because she sat there and said one whole Negro song. She said, I don't feel so no ways tired. You know she's down with the black folk. What has changed? Tell me what has changed. I'm sorry. Tell me what has changed. Based off of these people's actions and how they treat you. They don't look at you as no one that they care about. They don't. Vote for us so we can keep you Negroes in the ghettos, in the projects, in the hood. Vote for us so we can keep you white trailer trash folks too, still in the trailers, still keep y'all hicks. We're going to keep you there. Y'all keep on voting for us. So by you keep on voting for me and I'm keeping y'all there, you're telling me what you want. Man, if it wasn't for all these deadbeat dads, no, ladies, if it wasn't from you keeping your legs open, you wouldn't have kids. Well, Ty, it takes two to tango. No, it doesn't. It takes one. You, ladies, you are opening yourself up and choosing these men to have all these kids by. These men ain't just looking at you and getting you pregnant. You're choosing. Do y'all follow? Are y'all following me? Listeners out there in Bloomington Normal right now, because it goes on here too. Are you following me? There will not be any single mothers if these single women did not let these men sleep with them. You heard me? If these women did not if these women did not choose these dumb, busted, thugged out dudes to have kids by, we wouldn't have this problem. If the black people would wake up and quit choosing the same type of politicians to keep them in this predicament, you wouldn't be in it. It's easy. The choice is yours. You keep on choosing it. Man, you know, we got a problem amongst the black people, man. You know, we got all these baby mamas. Yeah, okay. They became baby mamas just because they just became baby mamas? No, absolutely 100% not. I am not going to sit here as a black man that lived around this stuff, that experienced this stuff, and make up any excuses. I didn't make any excuses for you when I was in the hood, and I'm definitely not going to make any excuses for you when I'm out of the hood. Down in Florida, when I was working in Florida, it was amazing to me, and I'm just keeping it real with you guys. It was amazing to me that the same type of mentality that I found to be in the hood, in the projects, in the ghetto, that same type of mentality was amongst what they call people that were considered to be white trash or trailer trash. Same type of mentality. Having kids. Living in these downtrodden, disgusted areas. They don't care that they water look like almost like mud water. Well, I don't know, it looks like might be a little well water in there. Okay, there might be a little bit of fecal water in there too. Roaches, mice. The trailer trash people that were white and the white trash people that were, they called them this, they had the same exact type of mentality that the people in the ghetto, in the hood, in the projects had. The same mentality. The white trash people and the trailer trash people, they all say the same exact things that the people in the hood say, and they're white. Oh man, no, because, you know, we're considered to be white trash and, you know, I can't get a job. You know, I can't get into that college thing, Ty. Why not? Well, because my daddy didn't go, my mother didn't go to college, so they're saying that we're not the college-like type material, Ty. What? Oh man, I can't go to college, man. My mom didn't go, man. My dad didn't go, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can't go to college either, man, because college ain't for folks like us. But they use your skin against you. I know, folks. Every time I get the going, we got to come up on a break. More of the show when we come back, folks. We're going to take a break here. Water break. I'll let y'all listen to these commercials while I take a water break. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks.
But when I called Summers, they responded extremely professional.
We'll be right back.
Very fair with pricing, and will work with you on financing too.
The next time your home needs help, check out all of their great online reviews. Then call Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Plumbing emergencies can happen at any time and never at a good time. Don't panic, just DIY. Dial it yourself and call Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Their highly trained service experts are here when you need them, 7 days a week, from a leaking pipe, stubborn clogs, running toilets, to a bad sump pump. Read their reviews online and then call Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling and get their drain cleaning special for only $99.
Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We take pride in your comfort. Just call Summers.
The passage of the Safety Act is going to create obstacles for officers in your community. Help us as a community believe in those who hold the thin blue line, in our fellow Americans, and in the idea that together we can overcome everything. All I want as an officer is protection from my wife. Every day she says goodbye to me, and every day there's a chance it will be the last time. Her sacrifices are those that no women should have to make, and yet she makes them selflessly every single day. I wish everyone understood we are there for them, regardless of whether they're black, white, or Hispanic, gay or straight, Democrat or Republican, Christian or Jew, or Muslim or atheist. The media seems to truly believe we are here to hurt and not to help. They don't understand us because understanding us would mean headlines that don't bleed. Back the Blue with McLean County Asphalt and me, David Quinn at Team Blue Line. Donate on cities929.com.
Palm throwing Dan Bongino.
So who do you believe?
Just isn't enough. Don't miss Sean Hannity after Dan.
Policies have worked so great to this point, right? Why not just take his word for it?
Weekdays at 2 on Cities 92.9.
What's going on, Bloomington Normal? I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and you're listening to my show, Cancel This. Phone number here is area code 309-451-9299, and you can text the show at that same number, 309-451-9299. And if you would like to chime in via YouTube, go on there and type in Modern Renaissance Man, and when you see a thumbnail with me on it, click on it, and you can see me interacting with you, and you can interact with me through the internet, which is broadcasted all over the world right now. So now, with that being said, folks, you guys just heard me going on that rant, and I can't help because I'm very passionate about this. Because if you were ever in a position where you actually love to see people do well and you've been successful with getting people well, it's really hard for individuals like myself to have people come at me with excuses why they cannot succeed. Okay? Now, some folks via the internet left some comments on here again saying, I never thought about what you just said there, Ty. That hit me like a ton of bricks when you said the mindset of those in the trailer parks or what we consider to be white trash is the same type of mindset to those that are in the ghetto and in the hoods and in the projects. It literally is. The only difference is, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Black folks out of the projects or the hood of the ghetto, we get to use the skin as an excuse. What do the white trailer trash people get to use? Huh? What do the redneck hillbilly? What excuse do they get to use? What excuse do they have? It's the mindset. I'm telling y'all right now, and that is the biggest trick behind this whole system. Period. And I know that I'm just keeping it real with you guys. I know that when I go into, I do this a lot. Anybody that knows me, that work around me, they will tell you when Ty talks about an individual, not that I'm making fun of them, they will say he always goes into character. So like I was just doing a minute ago, I had some folks in Florida that I'm really close with to this day. At least 15 young men and young women, first generation college, All because they came in as my patients. And while treating them, I just was having a conversation with them. And they all were telling me, gosh, y'all, I'm telling y'all. I'm not going to say what city, but those that were around Panama City Beach, y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, Panama City in particular, those small little towns outside of Panama City, y'all know what I'm talking about. First generation young folks going off to college, the college is not even a big thing, is what they were going to college for. Because I keep it real with them. You going to college just, we're not getting to college just to say we're going in there for general studies. That's ridiculous. Or we're not going to go to college and say, I'm about to study, I'm going to get a history degree. No. Do you plan on teaching? No, you're not doing that. We're going to get something that's going to be like a skill or a trade where you can possibly have an apprenticeship or something like that. But we're not just going to college just for the sake of having a degree and saying, I'm a first generation college graduate. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So back to what I was saying was this. It's all going to come down to a mentality. Either you want to be successful and do well or you don't. And what I do, y'all, look, I'm telling y'all, it's a reason why the most famous person who was a huge blessing in my life, biggest role model out there, JC, written about him all over the world for thousands of years. It's a reason why he took his time with the ones that he called his disciples. It's a reason why he was with them for years, because it takes time to build a person, because you really got to break things down. There's all types of different variables that come into place when you're dealing with a human being, period. I always make this little thing where I say, look, God made all this stuff that we see around us in 5 days, but it took him 6 days to make a man. So what I'm saying, you're not just going to get it. And you know what? And even when Jesus himself said, I'm going to make you fishers of men. If any of you guys ever went fishing, what does fishing all entails? Strategy, the right bait, patience. And then once you do get them hooked in, you got to struggle, don't you? You don't just hook a fish and then just whip it on out. No, because you can do all kinds. You can damage it. You can kill it. Sometimes there's a catch and release. But the point is, when you're fishing, all these things come into place: the patience, the strategy, the type of bait. Then when you do finally get them hooked on, you reeling them in. But what are you doing? You're making them wear themselves out with all the excuses they're going to give you. And then once they wear themselves out, you can go ahead and pull them on in. Now look, I'm gonna put you in here. Now relax. Now some of y'all about to take it crazy. I already know what you're going to eat it, aren't you? No, that's not my point. Is when he said he's going to make them fishers of men, I think that there's that whole little analogy that I just gave y'all. There's some things that come into play when you are fishing men. It takes time. You're not going to correct them. You're not going to get them right in one day. You got to be the right type of person to actually want to go through that, to do that with individual, which I 100% love doing. I am at a point in my life, and I've been doing this since I was 18 years old. Counseling people. Yes, I was very young. The streets matured me early. Counseling people, helping people. Me and my wife helping getting people into college. We've done this. I've done this for so long. I will not waste my time with you. What I do, I want you to write down all the reasons. And if some of you are listening right now, I want you to write down all the reasons why you cannot be successful. Write them all down. Once you write them down, put them up somewhere, and I don't want you to refer to them no more. Now what we're going to do is write down the strategies of how you can overcome those things that you just wrote down. If you say, well, no, I'm done. Because I don't want to hear it. If you get yourself stuck in the mud and you need help, if I come along and tell you this is how we're going to get out of the mud. Well, no, I tried pushing on my gas and my tires keep on spinning. I don't think you're going to be able to get it out. Okay. Stay stuck in the mud. Bye. I don't have no time to waste for nobody's excuses. We're either going to get you out of the mud or you're going to stay there stuck. What do you want to do? I want to get out. Well, shut up and listen to what I'm getting ready to tell you. Well, dang, Tyler, come off kind of harsh. Yes. I want you to shut up because I do not want your brain that has been this particular type of way of thinking for so long. You've been thinking negatively for so long that you cannot help but spew out something negative, something opposite. No, I can't because of this. No, I can't because of that. Well, I won't be able to. Well, I've already tried it. Well, then I have somebody to try it. No. I'm not going to hear that. We're going to be successful. then let's get ready to be successful. That's it. Plain and simple. Get your butt up. Stop making up these excuses. Let's get you hooked up with some people that's going to guide you along the way so that you can be successful according to the level that you want to be. Not to where you seeing everybody else is. What do you want? You can write that down as well right now. Some of you that are listening right now, write down on a piece of paper what you want. Don't write down what somebody told you to want. Don't write down what you think somebody might think that you want. Write down what it is that you actually really want out of this thing called life. Write it down. Some of y'all can't even write nothing down because when I just got done saying to you, you've been told what to want. Some of y'all you didn't even know that you even wanted anything because for so long you've been told what to want. You've been told what to desire. You've been told what's successful, but you never ask yourself what's successful for me. What is good for me? What is great for me? Some of y'all haven't done that, have you? So that's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Right now in America, black, I don't care what they tell y'all, black and white kid that's growing up, and I'm going to have somebody on my show too as well, white guy, grew up in the hood with us. He grew up in the hood with us. We all had roaches. We all had mice. We all had times where our power got cut off. We've all went through it. A white guy who I grew up with, successfully married right now as well. He married to a sister too, by the way. I mean, can you blame him? That's all he grew up around. So, no, but he married a black woman. They got beautiful children, doing well for himself. Didn't go to college. Is doing exceptionally well for himself and his family. He and I grew up together. He's one of the ones that I told you about that all day long. You know, the N-bomb got dropped left and right. He and a few other white guys that we grew up with in the hood, that's how we talk to each other. I told y'all, this system, this world has made it out like, oh, see, the N-word is... No, if you grew up around that life and you was about that life and you was around us like that, we talk to each other like that. Terms of endearment, we said it all day long. My point in saying all that is this. Because he was white, did he have less of a struggle than what I did because I was black? I went to college. He didn't. If he chose to go to college, was it going to be that he was going to be able to get in college before me because of his skin color? You guys do know that no matter what, when you do go to college, that you have to pass. I mean, I don't know if they do it anymore because some of them are throwing it out that some of these colleges have gone woke, but there is something that you have to pass. They give you an assessment test, like aptitude test or something of the sort. And they make you take these tests to see where you're going to fall in academically to see if you need to take any remedial classes. Right? That's what they do. So we got to be done with all this nonsense that you cannot do better, that you won't be better, that you can't be better because of your skin color. You in America can do whatever you want. People are coming from other countries and killing it here. And yet here you are being a natural born citizen of the United States, and you are not taking advantage of the opportunities that these other people are coming from other countries and outdoing you in. They're looking at us and shaking their heads. These folks in America must be crazy. They got all this and they're not taking advantage of it. Do better, Americans, black or white. Do better. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to close this thing out. I thank you guys all for tuning in. I thank you for listening. I thank you for your comments off to the side, but we're getting ready to get out of here. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.